it's one thing to have a job and go through grief, but it's another thing to have to be funny. But ain't shit funny.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Made It Out. I am freaking out because Jonica Booth is on my couch today. And if you're not familiar with her work, for the few of you that may not be, she is known for playing Duke on HBO's Rap Shit, which is a history-making show that I cannot recommend enough. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Of course. She's here today to share her story of reaching incredible success in a time where she was also facing unimaginable grief. And I kind of want to just start with your background. Where are you from? What was your family like?
I am from St. Louis, Missouri. Typical kid. Lived with my mom. I have my mom and dad divorced when I was 5. And grew up playing basketball. My sister and I live with my mom. We have different dads, but my dad has 6 kids by 6 different women. Such an active man, you see.
Yes.
And I'm the only girl and the oldest.
Okay.
Yeah, of all the boys.
Okay.
So
big family.
big family, because you usually, when it's the dynamics like that, people usually don't be close to their siblings. But my dad made sure that we were all close.
Yeah.
So did that, went to college, first one to graduate college in my family.
Oh, wow.
I got a bachelor's degree, don't do nothing with it, but I have it. I mailed both of them the diploma, like, here, this is you guys. Lay it on your fireplace. But
Where'd you go to school?
Missouri Valley College.
Okay.
Played
What'd you
basketball.
study?
Psychology.
Oh, nice. So you can tell me what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yes, I did that because I wanted to be an agent. I looked at Law and Order SVU, and you couldn't tell me I wasn't going to be Benson. Like, I wanted to be Detective Benson.
Okay, you know what's crazy?
What?
I wanted to be a forensic psychologist. I wanted to go and talk to like rapists and murderers,
me
which sounds
too.
really crazy.
It sounds creepy, but I was like, I want to see what is in their mind.
Yes.
So we're weird.
I know we are. I used to
Okay.
beg my parents, like, take me to the prison tour. I want to go see what
I want to go to the prison tour so bad. And I'm like, that's not a good place for black people to just hang out. But I wanted to go and just talk to them.
Yes.
So because of that, that's why I studied, thinking that that's what I would do in my life. And boy, did I not. I ended up going on reality TV.
Yeah. Okay. So when did that change?
I don't know. I didn't want to go on the show that I went on. I wanted to go on Real World. Who didn't want to go on Real World?
I know.
Like, I think everybody wanted to go. It's 2 things I think everyone wanted to do, and that was be a Disney kid when you were a kid, or Nickelodeon, and then
Yes.
go on Real World. That was it. And I missed the Disney train, so I was like, I'm going on Real World. So I was in their system for that, but they started sending me other things. So they sent me one. I did a reality show called Bad Girls Club.
I'm familiar.
Okay. Let me throw it
I
out there.
love that show.
Of course you do. You're weird like me. But I know I actually didn't like the show. I didn't watch the show.
Okay.
Before I went on there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I didn't know. I knew nothing. So they ended up calling me, but I was just like, no, I'm in college. Like, I want to finish. It was 2 things I said. I didn't want to do anything other than finish college, meaning I could have went and played basketball overseas, but I knew I wouldn't have came back and finished college. And then I knew if I went on a show or something, I knew I wouldn't have finished college. So I was just like, let me just finish this and then I can embark on things. After that, I get another email for me to do it. And my gay best friend, Fred was like, you're going to do it. I'm going to record you. So he recorded everything. And I'm just so over it, right? Because I'm like, I don't want to do this. I want to go in Real World. And now I'm over it. I'm college graduate. I'm going to work at a bank for the rest of my life and become the big banker. Like, I just had the smallest, biggest goals for myself. I was like, yeah, I'm going to be a manager of a bank and watch this. So yeah, that's what I thought. Filled it out. They ended up picking me. And I don't know why, because I didn't have the bag. Like, I wasn't like, oh, I'm out here kicking ass. Like, I didn't have that when I see all these other auditions. But what I did have, I think they liked that no one knew that I was talking to women. My mom, nobody in my family knew.
Oh, wow.
And then on my tape, I had a girlfriend, and they asked her, I seen it on YouTube the other day. They asked her, they was like, is Jonica faithful? She said, no, she can't commit to anybody. And I'm just like, that's going to get me in.
Thank you.
Thank you. So they ended up picking me and I did the show.
So how do you go from Bad Girls Club to Rap Shit?
I ended up getting a manager. And the manager, Cheryl Martin, she sends me the audition for it. And when I read the role, that's when I didn't understand acting. I didn't get the role. Like, I didn't get the role off the rip. I didn't know, like, I didn't understand acting. I thought that they just wanted a tom, like, it's literally said stud from Miami, like, masculine woman, you know. So I put my hair in a ponytail. I had the curls popping, put on a jersey, and I did the audition as Jonica. Nobody called me back or nothing. So I'm like, January come, I had just did I was actually either heading out or heading in, but I had a hat to the back, and I don't know, I was feeling myself. So I send a video to Issa.
No.
Yeah, and to the casting director.
Oh my gosh.
On Instagram. And I'm talking shit. Like, what's funny is I seen this, the video came up on my Snapchat the other day, and I was like so embarrassed. Like, I do not recommend no one do this. It worked for me, but I just don't think it's gonna work ever again. So I'm talking shit on a video. I said, yeah, y'all didn't give me a call back, but that's cool. I'm not used to winning. I never won in bingo. I'm just talking shit on this video. Send it to the casting director, send it to Issa Rae. The next day, my manager said, weird, the casting just asked you, remember that audition you did in December? And I never told her. I said, what? They did? Wow, interesting. But I'm over here freaking out like, should I delete it? Should I not delete it? Like, what do I do? And at that time, that's when you could see that the messages were seen. So I didn't open it. I told my friend, I was like, should I go delete it? She was like, no, bitch, they seen it. And it worked in your favor, I guess. So they sent me the audition to do it again. And this time they gave me notes. So I went and got an acting coach, and I studied, and you know what I'm saying? I realized this isn't about Jonica. They want you to be Chastity, the Duke of Miami. You have to be this character.
Because that was her.
That was her.
Yeah.
So I was like, this isn't you. So I went and just got more masculine, talked to all my dominant stud friends. I talked to all the men in my life and was just picking up on that energy.
Wow.
Threw the braids in my head, just did some stuff. I feel like all the studs wear sports bras, so I threw a sports bra on and fucking didn't shave my legs. And I stepped in it. And
method acting.
I put on a jersey that was open so you could see the sports bra, my little 2-pack. 2-pack. It's a 2-pack. So I think my little 2-pack, and I'm like, I got this. So I do that audition. They ended up putting me on Zoom with Issa. Issa loved it, and fast forward, I booked the role. I go to dinner with Issa, the cast, the showrunner, you know, our first dinner to meet each other. And Issa posted us from that night. So when she posted us,
oh my gosh.
But at this point I booked the role. She wrote back, oh my gosh. She said, I am so mad I did not save that video. I said, I'm so happy you didn't save that video. Because that was her first time seeing it. But I was talking cash shit, like the same thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you too, Issa. You could have booked me. I said, you're going to wish you knew me. I'm talking shit, right? It was the funniest thing.
Best movie you ever made.
Best move I ever made. I was great with that one. I literally shimmied my way through this industry.
Wow.
So that's why it's so hard for me to just work hard, because I know how hard it is, and I know how I got here. And it's like, I need you guys to know I deserve to be here.
Yeah.
I deserve. And Issa sent me a very sweet message after the show was canceled. And it just let me know that she see me for my work ethic.
Yeah.
Because I work hard only because I don't want, if something does get canceled, if something doesn't work out, it'll suck if you be like, I should have did this.
Yeah.
Versus, no, I gave it my all. I did it. I laid it out. Mm-hmm. And whatever happens, I am okay with it.
Yeah.
So
you book this role, your whole life is about to change, and then you find out that your brother passes away unexpectedly. Let's get into what happened to Kendall.
Honestly, he died from asthma. An asthma attack. He's been having asthma his whole life, but he was with a girl, and the girl said his last words were, call 911, I'm about to die.
Jesus.
And I'm like, he knew it. Oh. Like, he felt, he probably knew he couldn't breathe. Mm-hmm. But when I found out, I had just talked to him Wednesday for like 3 hours. It was like literally the best conversation ever. Mm-hmm. And I think because of that, that's why I'm so okay with it. Because it's like, truthfully, we're lone people. We don't own people. The only thing guaranteed in life is death. So it's like, when you really think about it, I really got everything I could from this person while his time was here on this earth. So that makes me feel better. But when this happened, when I talked to him Wednesday, and he had been calling me, but I've been busy because I just got to Miami to film. Mm-hmm. So
because this happened 3 days before you were filming Rapture.
We started filming August 9th. Mm-hmm. He died August 6th. Mm. And I had just talked to him that Wednesday, but it was late at night. So then he died. I got the call like at 1 o'clock in the morning, and the call was so horrible. My advice, if someone passed, I feel like you should consider how you call them. Because, I'm asleep, and I answered the phone, and it was my dad, which I don't, honestly, he lost his son, so I don't know what I expected. But I'm like, hello? He was like, Chubb dead. And I was like, damn it, you didn't even warn me. Like,
oh my God.
Yeah, I was like, what? He's like, Chubb dead. And I just looked, and I hung up. Because I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm dreaming. Like, this has to be a nightmare. So I just hung up. And then I'm asleep, but I looked at my phone. I had a bunch of missed calls. And then I called Jonica, the youngest. His mom called me as well. So I called her back. And I said, hello? She said, I'm so sorry. So then I hung up. Because I'm thinking, oh, y'all fucking with me. Everybody fucking with me right now, So then I blew my mom up. She didn't answer. And I'm blowing my sister up. I called so many people. Just because I think I needed to say it out loud.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here. I didn't cry. I was just sitting there, and I'm thinking, I need to say it. So I called. Nobody's answering. My ex didn't answer. Nobody's answering. But I called someone I dated years ago, and I just knew she would answer. And I called. She like, hello, you okay? And I said, remember Chubb? She said, yeah. I said, he died. Oh. And she said, I will come there right now. And I said, no, I don't need that. I said, I just think I need to say it, So I appreciate Jazz for that. So then I got off the phone with her, and I called my sister again. And her boyfriend must have been into it, because I'm like, she was asleep. And I was like, hello? And then I said, Chubb died. And then she said her fucking brother died, like to her guy or whatever. And I was like, ooh, they was getting to it. They was arguing.
You interrupted something.
I interrupted. So I helped her low key. But Chubb, look at him, helping from a distance. So she ended up talking to me. But I still hadn't cried.
So do you think it had hit you yet, or were you still in
I was in denial. I think I was in denial because I was like, nah. But I thought when I said I would get it, I thought it would be like, okay, got that out. But it didn't. It was just like, okay. So then I sat back on FaceTime, and then I remember putting it on mute, going in the bathroom, and I looked in the mirror, and I just kept repeating it, Chubb dead, Chubb dead. And I just kept repeating it. Then the fucking sun starts coming up. So I'm like, I haven't been asleep. I got to go to set and get this COVID test and go be around these people. And it's crazy how God works. I go to set. I go to the office, take my COVID test. They have snacks for us that day. Like they had these trucks or whatnot. So I'm still not saying nothing. I'm just literally holding all of this in. But I meet a girl. Me, I'm such a whore. I'm still trying to meet a girl. I meet a girl, I see her, and I'm like, what's up? Like, you cute? Who are you? What? And she said, oh, your necklace is cute. I had this other necklace on. She's like, your necklace is cute. Where'd you get it from? I told her. And then she said, my sister had one like it. I was like, oh, how many sisters you have? She was like, well, I had two, but my sister passed away, the one that have a necklace like that. And I'm like, that's what's up, And then she said, how many siblings do you have? And I wasn't ready for that question. So that's what fucked me up. And she was like, how many siblings do you have? And I was like, well, I have 5 brothers, well, 6. And I said, well, I got 5. And I kept going back and forth. And then I looked, they said action. So they was filming. And now I'm just standing here. But I wasn't on camera, I was just standing here. Then I hugged the girl. And I said, I don't want you to think I'm slow. I said, one of my brothers died Friday, and I don't know if I should count him or not. Her eyes welled up immediately. And I just left. I was like, I'm going to go. She came to the hotel. She came to my hotel. She DM'd me, was like, can I just bring you something? I know what this feel like. To this day, that is literally my favorite person. Oh. That's literally my favorite person because she really got me through grief a lot, Mm-hmm. She's a poet. So she came to the hotel and just sat with me, and she just heard everything. She heard the chaos of my family saying, Jonica needs to get here. And it's just so much pressure and I'm thinking, what do I have to get here for? But I knew me and my dad were like best friends. So I'm like, I have to get there. Mm-hmm. But I'm in Miami. Mm-hmm. And
that's gotta feel so helpless.
What? I'm in Miami. We had a business brunch set up for Sunday. So I'm thinking like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? And then I'm new, so I don't want to tell them this is what I'm dealing with, and they just go cast someone else and thinking maybe she can't, do the role anymore. Mm-hmm. So I was like, you got to think fast. I just said, I'm not going to say nothing.
Oh my God.
I chose to not say nothing. It's one thing to have a job and go through grief, but it's another thing to have to be funny. But ain't shit funny. Mm-mm. Like nothing's funny in my life right now. It's actually the worst part of my life. This is the worst thing that I could think of could be happening in this moment. And I had to go be funny. And everyone thought it was funny, but I was literally just fighting for my life, but nobody knew because I didn't want to lose my job.
So you didn't end up telling anyone? No,
they found out when I went to the funeral and posted it once, and when I came back, Issa, Sarita, everybody was just like, we're so sorry. And it actually was harder to do my job once everybody knew. It was very hard. It was very difficult because I just felt like I wasn't going to do my job good. I felt like maybe I'm not doing good, and I don't want anyone to think because her brother died, died.
Like all eyes are on you, kind of.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it was one scene during first season where I had to yell at someone. I'm not a big yeller, but I did it because I was a pimp. So I had to yell at one of my hoes. I had to get one of my hoes in check. But I'm really sensitive, sad, and grieving. Like, I have nothing to yell at this girl for. But you have to take yourself to those spots. And I remember they kept asking me to redo it. And Issa, she's not soft. She's not sensitive like that, So, but she could tell that I am. And I like the way she handled it. They was saying, okay, we're going up in 5. And she came up, she said, no, give me a minute. Jonica, come back here with me. And we go to the back and she said, you're doing great. We keep redoing it because there's something wrong with the camera. So I'm thinking it's me messing up because my brother died. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, am I not doing my job good enough? And then she touched me and said, I'm sorry. I said, Issa, you can't do that right now because I will cry. Mm-hmm. And I did. That was a moment I had to walk in the back and because I tried not to cry at work, but grief comes in waves. Mm-hmm. Like you can't control it. I remember being in the makeup chair in the first season, it took them about 40 minutes to do my neck tat. And I was with the makeup artist, older lady named Vonda Sweet, and I just started crying. And she turned the chair and she just let me cry. And I appreciated that more than she knew because I was just like, you don't know, like when you just land here, you thinking about everything, Mm-hmm. Even now I'm getting teary-eyed because it's just like you don't know when it's gonna come. You can be doing great, and then you can't. Mm-hmm. And so many people that are grieving be like, well, I'm not gonna. I can't cry. I can't. And I'm just like, no, fuck that cry. You're human. It's okay because it's somebody else that's dealing with something probably worse. Who knows? But I feel like we should just you have to be okay with going through the waves of grief, And that's what I learned. And there's no rule book to it. You really figure it out as you go.
Do you think you had to delay it a bit because you were on set? Your grieving process?
No, I know I had to. I had to. My mom, I'm very close with my mom, and she was trying to come, and I had to tell her she cannot come. And she's the type, she's a Virgo, so she's the type that's like, I'm doing it because I want to, I'm coming. And I had to say, listen, I will not let you in. And I said, I cannot, because if you come, I'm going to realize why you're here. Mm-hmm. And that's going to make me, not, realize and be sad. Mm-hmm. When I'm in my condo, I was going crazy in my condo. Had the lights off, but then I'm trying to read my lines, and then I'll say, fuck, and I'm in the mirror, I'll just cry. I'm thinking I can't remember these lines because there's so much on my mind. And then I'm mad at God. Like, you know how hard it is to be mad at something you believe in? I believe in God, I'm God-fearing, and I'm over here saying, nah, fuck you. Mm-hmm. You gotta be in a place where you gotta be in a very hard place where you say, fuck God.
Especially when you're also receiving.
Simultaneously. Mm-hmm. So I'm going crazy. I think I'm going crazy because I'm like looking in the mirror like, nah, fuck God, fuck you. Like saying that, but then 10 minutes later, I'm just like, God, I need you. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Then I'm like, okay, God, I need us to do these lines. No, fuck that. You took Chubb. It was like you going crazy. I couldn't even have people come visit me because I'm just like, I don't know what's happening. Mm-hmm. What's going on in my mind. So Then I'll go to work and everybody be like, oh my God, Jonica, you're so sweet. You're da-da-da. And I'm just like, all right, you gotta be, I was delusional. Literally, I didn't know who I was and just trying to figure it out. And it was people that I've dated around that time and they were like, and you were this and you were that. And I say, I don't know who I was.
Right.
You know? And a lot of people, my friend, her dad passed away and she said, I'm just trying to get back to myself. And I said, well, that's gonna be your problem. You will never be yourself again. This is the new version of you. Get to know her because you can never be yourself because the last version of you had a dad. He's not here. So you have to learn to be this person. Yeah. And that's what people don't get. Like, I just want to be myself. And I was trying to be myself and date. But I'm making these women feel I'm being dismissive. You know, because I don't care. Like, what you gonna leave me? You know, that's really what I'm thinking. What you gonna leave? Chubb left. You know?
Yeah.
And it's like my mind. It's almost like cold and heartless. But I don't look at it like that. It's just like I'm not arguing with you because everything came down to what you gonna leave. I'm okay with that. At this point, I'm getting comfortable with it.
Do you think that's the biggest way that the grief changed you?
Yeah. It changed I don't care about nobody leaving me. I do not care. Because in the midst of that, me and my dad, we're not in a good space. And that was my best friend. So in my mind, then me and my ex started messing with my best friend. So she left. Everybody just that I love was just leaving. So it was just like, I think you're going to leave. So it sucks for a person that's in my life that's here to stay, that's pouring their heart out, that's a good person, but then they're dating someone with this wall that's built that I can't take down. I don't know how, and I don't even know if I want to because I'm protected over here.
Still to this day?
Yes. I'm not fighting. I'm not fighting for you to stay. You know? It's just like, I expect you to leave. I expect everyone to leave because I prepare myself for that.
Do you think it's changed you in any positive ways?
I'm an optimistic person. So I do find it has, because it makes me love more with the people that's on earth. You know? It makes me call and have those conversations that I put off. You know, like, no, I'm going to call and I'm going to spend time. Like, it makes me do what I just did, which is go stay with my grandma. Right. Like, who wants to do that? You know? But it makes me spend this time because that way when people go, I won't feel like, man, I wish it'll be like I did.
Yeah, because you're saying like it doesn't have to go that deep, but I feel like because it goes that deep, you really do think about your relationships and cherish them. Yeah. More so.
Yeah, more. Anybody, you ever lost anybody?
I haven't. So this is actually something I fear. My grandmother died on an airplane very suddenly when I was like 6. And so I watched the fallout of that, but I didn't really understand what was happening. And after that, we lost all of our family. There was a big lawsuit that happened that pretty much tore everybody apart. So I've lived with this kind of fear of this sudden death. I literally lay awake at night worrying about something happening to my immediate family, I think because of that experience. And until I lost, it's no comparison to losing your brother, but I lost a dog that I had for 12 years. And I lost him, and that was the first experience.
Don't say that. Don't say it's no comparison. And I try to tell people, you can't place value on what someone loves. You know, that dog could have been just as important to you as anybody in my life, you know? So that I hate when people try to downplay someone else's situation because, well, this was my life. Well, that can coexist, you know? So you losing your dog could have hurt you, you know, it did. It hurt you just as much. And so don't feel like, well, I haven't lost anything because you did. Did you cry?
Yeah. Thank you for saying that.
So
yes.
you lost something important.
I still do. Yes.
Yeah, that was important to you.
Yeah. And I was prepared for his death. I knew it was coming, and he was 12. I had a lot of time with him. But I think, and I hate even saying this, but I think when he passed, it almost felt like a relief because I was able to see what that felt like because I had been wondering for 30 years.
Like what it feel like to lose something close.
What was that destroyed our entire family and our life? What was it that did that? And so feeling that with my dog, I hate that he's gone. It hurts every day, but it was almost like, okay, now I know I can live through it.
Absolutely.
Is kind of what that gave me a window into. But so losing an immediate family member is something that I have such a great fear of.
You can't have fear and faith, you know? And then you got to understand that it's inevitable. You know, and you already know what it feel like. You know, it hurt. You know, on my way here, my mom called and told me that my stepdad, his best friend's wife passed, and they've been married since 1990.
Oh my gosh.
So the guy, I'm sure he's distraught, you know, and the lady was like 50 and she died suddenly. She was vibrant, free, fun. She died of a heart attack in her sleep. No one knows why. So I understand you with the fear, because that's the fear that I have. My mom don't even know. For the past 2 months, I've been thinking about her dying. It's the worst way to wake up. And I'm just like, what would I do if this lady go? But I said, let me stop. I'm going to hurt myself. What do they say? You're like doubling the pain. If you think about it now and then it happens.
Yes.
It's like,
you're only making it worse.
You're making it worse.
Yes.
Like stop thinking about this. Just enjoy them here. So little things such as my layover, I'm being stuck in Arizona. I'm like, cool, I get to hang out with my mom. You know, she get on my nerves. I can't stand that lady, but I love her so much. And I don't know what, I call her for everything. I call her to argue. Like, I'll be like, what time is it? 12? We should argue about 12:30 today. We ain't doing nothing else. So I will be sick if I'm gonna be, you know?
Yeah.
And to know that like that lady, that whatever the couple, that she just suddenly passed, it made me think. I was like, Ma, nobody can call and tell me that. I was like, they'd be better off just burying you without me knowing and me thinking you just ignoring me.
Just not picking up my calls.
Just not picking up my call. I don't know. I said, but there's no one that can call and tell me this. So I understand the fear that you're living with, but this is me giving you advice that I too need to take. Like, we just have to stop and just enjoy. And like you say, like I told you, we're lone people. So we have to enjoy the people while they're here. Because there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
It's nothing we can do about it. The story's already written. And I'm blessed that I can afford to grieve.
Yeah.
And people don't understand that. But after I finished filming, I ended up getting my own place in LA. And I think I sat on the couch for about a year.
Wow.
For a year.
Wow.
In the dark. And it looked like what's it called? Like when I have just candles and flowers and pictures of him.
Oh, wow.
I literally created a sad space and just sat there. I'll wake up in my room and I'll go sit in the living room and my TV will be off. And then I'll sit there I'm talking like 8 hours and just look at his obituary. Imagine doing that. Imagine doing that for a month, let alone a year.
A year.
And I'll do it and sit there, cry. But no one knew. When I talked to everybody, it was normal. I thought I was fine. I really thought I was fine. I was like, I'm just waiting till the show come out, you know? No, but you're depressed. I was functionally depressed and didn't know it until I came out of it. When I started, it's levels to grieving. So when I reached another level, I looked back and was like, oh, you had to be depressed. I was just sitting there looking stupid, just lighting candles, had pictures, and then the top of 23, I put his obituary up. I got rid of my diploma. I just I got rid of all the pictures.
Just one day
One day, I said, I'm going to start the year off and enjoy who I am now and who I have to be, This is it. Either you could sit here and cry or you can get up and do something, but no matter what, this is what it is. So it's how do you want to deal with it? So I just got rid of everything and I made my place comfortable. I look at things like colors. People always like, what's your favorite color? And I say my colors is how I feel. So at that moment I was going through like a yellow phase. Like yellow is bright. Yeah. It was like, let's be yellow today.
Yeah.
Like the yellow candle. It's like sunshine. It's like you have to put yourself in that space.
Yeah.
Or else like, and it's levels to blue. Cause a lot of people call me Blue. That's one of my names. But you got that dark sad blue, and then you have that bright sun, that bright sky blue. Mm-hmm. So I was in a dark blue, and I just made everything vibrant. Like I started loving and appreciating life, versus feeling like I don't want to live. Mm-hmm. So that's what I got from him.
Wow.
Yeah. And now I just be like, bro, you up there working, huh? I did Issa's show as a lead, my little brother in the movie as a lead. We were both 3 on a call sheet, and it actually is more cute when the younger ones say, Chubb working overtime.
Oh,
and I just be like, oh, that's how I feel, because he's not that type of kid.
Yeah.
But he'll say it and to let me know, oh, you know what's going on,
Yeah.
Because he'll be like, oh, Chubb working for us. Like, look, we doing great. We in Hollywood. And I'm just like, I'm like, Chubb is working overtime, man.
Do you talk to him? What does that relationship look like?
With Chubb?
Chubb.
All the time.
Yeah.
I talk to him the way I'm talking to you. I promise I think I'm crazy. I promise.
No, I talk to my dog.
You do? And look, at least if Chubb was here, he'd talk back.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but it's not crazy. Because that was your best friend.
Yeah.
He was one of my best friends.
Yeah.
Yes, I talk to him like this. Like, I'll be like, Chubb, what are you doing? What are we doing today? Like, when I'm in the shower, it doesn't fail. When I'm at home in the shower, I always write his name.
Oh.
Every time.
Oh, I love that.
Yep, and I just sing. I'll be doing whatever, and it's like subconscious. It's just what I do. It's like not a thing.
Yeah.
Or I'll randomly just write his name. Because I don't want to forget about him. Mm-hmm. And I don't think I am, but I feel like life is moving so fast, I don't want to forget about him. Mm-hmm. And every time I reach a new level of success, I'm like, oh, this isn't it. It's something else, because I promised that I would say his name on a large platform.
Wow.
That's not social media. I want to stand up and say it at a podium. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I feel like it's going to happen. So it's like, I'll be like, Chubb, we almost there. It's almost time. I feel it,
Yeah.
So yeah, I talk. You have to.
Yeah. So in ways, it's also motivated your career as well.
Absolutely. I feel like I have to get to a certain point so that I can do what I promised, which is say his name on a large platform. Mm-hmm. I have to, because that's what I said I was going to do. It's just, it's tough, but it's all about what type of lemonade you want to make out of your lemon.
Yeah.
You want it to be sour, you want it to be sweet. So I make mine sweet. And even like the day of my premiere, when we had our first season's premiere, my grandpa died that day.
Oh my God.
I was like, okay,
give me a
God, you
fucking
fucking
break.
with me. You all right now? You all right? Now we knew he had a hospice, and we knew, but still. And it was like, but we were in LA, Jonica was here. What's crazy, that's why I'm like, it's like God takes something, but he gives me something else. When my grandpa died, Jonica, the next day, Jonica got the audition for the actual movie that he's in.
Wow.
And he stayed with me, and I coached him. He stayed in LA. My dad flew back because obviously get ready for the funeral and all that. And we didn't go to the funeral. And my grandmother told me that she was sad that I didn't come to the funeral. She said, I never told you this, but I was sad you didn't come. I thought you would be there for me. And I said, the reason I didn't go was Jonica never talked about Chubb death. And we were shopping to get him clothes for the audition. It was just me and him, and we were in Nordstrom, and he was hitting the clothes. Like, I just remember him vividly hitting all the clothes, just doing what kids do, dumb shit. Don't touch nothing, he touching everything. He just touching all the shit. And then he said, it's crazy. He said, it sucks, we gotta go. We gotta leave this good weather and go back to St. Louis and bury Grandpa. He said, we still not over Chubb yet. And to hear him say that, and at that time, Chubb had been gone for almost a year. A month away from it being a year. And to hear him say that, he was like, we're still not over Chubb. He never looked at me. What? In that moment, I texted and said, we're not coming to the funeral. He's understanding what's going on. He's in a good space. We're not going to do that. I said, I'm not bringing him to this funeral because he's excited, He said, Jonica, we're really about to get on a plane. And this is a kid saying this to me.
Yeah. Isn't it funny how kids put things in perspective
Yes,
sometimes?
and I'm like, you smart fucker. But he said, we're happy. He said, look, Jonica, we're happy. So we're going to get on a plane, land, and go be sad. And I said, "Will you put it like that?
So simple.
It's so simple." He was like, "We can just like release some balloons or something." I'm like, "We're gonna release some balloons."
There you go.
You know? But kids are innocent. Kids are pure, and that's what that actually got me through a lot of my grieving.
This notion that God like gives and then takes something is something that also I really fear, because it's like when you're at the height of something, or you're like, things are going too good.
Something's about to happen.
Something's about to happen. But should we really feel that way?
I'm telling you, we're weird, me and you.
We should start our own group.
We start our own sad group. Like, no, but it's that's what it feel like.
Yeah.
It really, that's what it feel like. Like, it's going too good. Something's about to happen. Instead of us just enjoying this moment. And if something happened, then cross that bridge when you get here. But instead, we're preparing these thoughts.
Bracing.
Yeah, don't brace yourself. Just, I tell people, the older I get, the only thing that I miss about growing up is I was so fearless. I was fearless. Like, I won't even ride a Six Flags ride no more. Like, why did I do that
I know,
shit?
Same. I'm like, oh my God.
It's not even fun. I'm scared.
Bitch's legs are getting chopped off. I'm not going on that ride.
Yes, legs getting, the ride getting stuck. Like, it's not that fun. Yeah. Why did I do this twice? Oh, Batman, let's do it again. Like, I'm not, it's scary. It's scary up there. But I was fearless.
Yeah.
The unknown. And I do miss that part. I hate that I understand life.
Yeah.
And I understand what can happen, you know? That's why if something as simple as kids just run across the street, don't look both ways. You cross that street, you fearless fucker, like you just crossed that street. For me, I'm looking both ways and I hold a hand.
16 times.
16, all right, it's my turn. Like, I really miss being fearless.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think that when we reach a certain age, the fearless comes back. Because I think a lot of older people, I mean, I'm thinking about it now. I think that a lot of older people feel like I should have done this with my life. And they start trying to do it. And honestly, when I worked at City Mortgage before I went on Bad Girls Club. And it was a man, I wish I could remember him because I would call and thank him. His cube wasn't far from mine. Like, girl, I had my own cube and everything. Little pictures.
Wow.
I thought I was a boss in my cube. I said, come to my cube.
Come over to my cube.
Come to my cube, not that cube, this one. But he said to me, he was like, you're special. And he said, get out of here. This is a graveyard for dreamers. And when I put that in perspective, I'm like, wow. And I was like, well, what do you mean? He said, look around. All of us, we dream. We wish we would have done this. We wish we would have done that. He said, you can still do it. He said, this job will always be here. You can always come back. And shortly after that, I ended up getting a call for Bad Girls Club. And it was a pay cut. I didn't make as much. We didn't get paid nothing on Bad Girls Club.
Yeah.
No one knows that. I carry that with me to this day. Like, nah, I don't want to be like 50 and 60 and thinking I wish. You know, have that threesome.
Amen.
Your face was priceless. I never had a threesome.
Really?
Nah.
Well, there you go.
Well, I don't think it was a threesome.
Ladies.
It was 3 people, but I don't think it was a threesome. Wait, that's a threesome.
Were you on the outskirts?
Wait, is a threesome is when everybody's involved, right?
Everybody has to
Like
be involved.
everybody touch each other.
Yes.
But if you only touch one person, that's not a threesome, right?
Oh, I don't know. Like if you're still involved.
I got head from 2 girls at once.
I think that's a threesome.
Cool. I did have a threesome.
Check that off your list.
I had me a couple of threesomes. I'm not that cool.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. I just found out something. That threesome, guys.
Okay, it's time for our game. It's called You Haul or You Ghost.
Okay.
Okay, you meet her and she's moving to another state in 6 months.
I mean, if she like bad like Cardi B's sister Hennessy, U-Haul.
U-Haul.
I'm going.
We're going to make it work.
We're going to make it work. What? Yes.
Okay.
Let's go.
Flights are okay.
Flights are okay.
All right.
Flights, what? I'm going to. Where are we going? We moving to Wisconsin? Sure, I've always wanted to live there. Start lying. Who doesn't want to live in Wisconsin? I have Wisconsin clothes. Go shopping. Like, no. Yes, you hard. Depends on how bad is she.
I mean,
that's what it got to be. And do I like? Yeah, it's like how much do I like her? Because I don't have to love you. I just got to like you.
You don't have to love her to move to Wisconsin?
No, if she bad, I don't got to love. You need a little like.
Oh my God. Okay.
No, you got to love. No. Too serious.
Okay. She has a twin and they match in matching outfits.
That's just creepy. Now, I don't know. Are they always together? Like,
I don't know, but when they are, they're matching.
When they are, they're matching. Yeah, I'm a ghoster because that's giving Lifetime movie vibes. You know, they be crazy. It's always a crazy one on Lifetime movies like this. So it's like, I'm good. Because it's like, did y'all call each other? Do y'all still live together? I have questions about how did y'all come about these outfits? You go shopping together? Did you buy hers? And what? That mean you're still buying your sister clothes? It's just too much.
There's these twins on TikTok that I follow that they share a bank account.
I'm the type of like, get the fuck out of here. We're not, unshare your account.
Yeah.
So now I'm messing
Change
up.
clothes.
Yeah, change clothes, switch your hair, get some new socks, and unshare that account. Like now I'm just coming in dictating. And so everybody's going to hate me. No one's going to be at our wedding. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not doing that. We're going to have a wedding of no one. Like, just my family. No, I'm not doing that.
All right, ghosting. What if she wakes up in the morning and the first thing that she drinks is Coke?
Drink Coke. Okay. Ooh.
Yeah.
I said, wait, what? I'm dating a druggie? I said, wait, now when did this happen? Where did I meet her? Like, I had other questions for that. All right, drink Coke. That's still out.
I know.
I was talking to someone, she's famous actually, but I stopped talking to her because I flew all the way here. I lived in Atlanta, but I flew here to spend 5 days with her. And I stopped talking to her because the first night I stayed with her, we woke up at like 7. Well, I woke up at 7. She must have woke up before me, obviously, because she was drunk by the time I woke up.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, what happened? Like, we went to sleep fine. She woke up and she was drinking hard liquor before 7 a.m. And I stopped dating her.
That's dark.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, if I do fall in love with you, then I have to deal with this habit. And I was just like, I might as well stop now. Stop before the train take off. Mm-hmm. That way it's not my problem. And now I have to help you because I'm a Pisces and I just feel like I always got to help people.
Yeah.
So I was like, nope, I'm out.
Somehow Coca-Cola seems just as bad to me.
It does too. That's why I said, you see, I went straight to liquor. I said, that's bad. You know, on TikTok.
Coke, liquor, same.
They said on TikTok, Coke, they was putting on cars and stuff. Like, I don't want someone to just drink Coke all day.
I'm going to be a widow.
Yeah, exactly. Why would I set myself up for failure?
Yes.
Like, no, I want to go first.
Yeah. Okay, fair. Okay. What about this one? She's a theme park blogger.
Say what?
Like she goes to the theme parks and is like, hey guys, I'm at Disney World. Here's what I ate today.
I don't want to date no bloggers. I'm not into bloggers. Yeah. Because I don't want to, I hate when you with someone, they're just always like, look at our meal, look at the thing. Look, that just bothers me. It's 2 things I said I wouldn't date, and that's a blogger and, you know, like the kids shows and the person that put on the outfits and for the kids. I'd be like, who dates these people? Like, I don't want to date them.
You don't want to date the
like
mascot.
a Teletubby. I don't want to date the Teletubby, the blue Teletubby. Like, well, I look like saying, yeah, you know, I'm with the blue Teletubby. Like, I don't want to do that.
The fact that you went out of your way to promise yourself that you would never date Teletubby.
I would never date a Teletubby.
Okay.
It's not my thing.
That's on boundaries.
Yeah.
I respect that.
So that's why I need to know, what do you do for you? Do you blog or are you a Teletubby? Which one? Because that's out. Ghost.
Wow, that was incredible. Thank you so much for being here. We do a cheers at the end. We've been drinking Via Ray. We have to support Issa.
Yes, Issa.
Do you have any last words?
No, I just want to say I appreciate you guys for having me. You have such warm energy. You're sweet.
Thanks.
You got a dimple like me. We're twins. And I appreciate you. Yeah. How we do it? What we think?
Okay, wait. Thank y'all for listening to today's episode. As always, please help us spread the gay agenda by writing an Apple review, rating us on Spotify, and sharing with everyone you've ever met. You can find today's guests at Jonica Booth, our show at Made It Out Podcast, and me at Mal Glowinky. Made It Out is produced and edited by Matilde Jordan and worked on solely by lesbians.
Sweet Tooth desires my... Okay. Sweet Tooth desires my clit is a lollipop Let's Willy Wonka. Sweet Tooth desires my clit is a lollipop. Let's Willy Wonka. Hey, I like that. We got more. It's a lollipop. Willy Wonka this thing. I like it. I like that.